Right, let's take one from Facebook, from Karen MacDonald. Which party leader will eradicate the farcical Prime Minister's question time?
Now, this is the... Amen. Look, I at 5 minutes to 12 every Wednesday, I can tell you, I put my head in my hands and think, why have I got to do this? It's a nightmare. It does enforce some accountability of the departments and the ministers to you and through you to Parliament. So yes, it is noisy and crazy and infuriating and all the rest of it, but there is some sort of point to it. Does that make any sense?
Well,
let's ask the audience.
Let's ask Chris.
What do you think, Chris?
PM,
Scrap it or do it?
I think PMQs is horrible. I think it's one of the biggest disengagers for voters. Right. And I think it's really petty. I think everybody involved, including yourself, you stand there, and you're shouting at other members of the House. Yeah. It's disgusting, and I think it's horrible.
Why did Britain fly the Saudi flag at half-mast if the country has such an appalling human rights record?
The reason for doing that was that there's a long-standing relationship between the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and our United Kingdom here, a relationship between our monarchs, a relationship between the governments. We don't agree with lots of things that the Saudis do. We don't agree with the way they treat people, for instance, criminals, when we make very clear those differences.
Can we say that Parliament is a truly representative institution? And can we really trust you to create policies that encompass concerns of marginalised groups?
I think the short answer to your question is today Parliament is not properly representative of the country. It has changed and got better in that there are now more women MPs and more members of Parliament from black and minority ethnic communities, but not enough.
If your party isn't willing to listen to us, isn't willing to understand and try to take into consideration the fact that things are being done towards us and we're not being listened to because we can't vote?
I think we should listen. We should listen to everyone in our country, but then we have a responsibility, members of Parliament have a responsibility to decide who gets to vote. Now, my view is that we should have a vote on this. I think it's time we should vote on it. I still think 18 is the right age.